to earn money. He's an enterprising young fellow. That was my son wearing a snorkel mask and rubber gloves to go around the yard and pick up dog poop because he wants to earn money. Okay, the morning is rocking. I've been messing around with the code of the HVIII Brand Goods site all day. Came up with some cool stuff to make it so people can filter by size and color, all this sort of useful stuff. I ate some venison breakfast sausage and my buddy Luke dropped off for me. You remember Luke? We squatted together a few weeks back. Dropped off some venison breakfast sausage, got after that with a ton of eggs. Just motivating to eat a wild animal. I don't know what it is. So next up, got my second breakfast coming, and then I gotta go out and throw hammers.
Into dirt, and the gods smiled upon them for whatever that's worth, 'cause life sprang up instantly on the island of fire. Hotel utopian, rebuilt and retired, and Camilla and the girls lived there for as long as they could. But a change in the weather
First hammer practice of the off season in the books. Whew, windy. It was not blowing the right way to help me though. I felt pretty good with the partials. You know, drills were what they were, walk and wind, just kind of getting the feel. But the partials felt good, my one turn felt good. The 5 wind and throw, in my opinion, is one of the best drills you can do for the Scottish hammer because it teaches you very quickly where things are starting to go wrong in your hammer winds. You can get away with 2 or 3 winds and throwing and not really understand where things started falling apart on 2 and 3 because you're trying to go at the speed of light. But when you start a 5 wind and throw, start as slow as you can and build throughout, man, you'll feel where you're going wrong real quickly. You'll feel when your hips get stiff, you'll feel when you're tentative, you'll feel when you're pushing too fast, you'll find all that stuff. The fulls were okay today. Not anything, I'm not gonna pull the tape out because I think it would just be nothing but frustrating, but some of those things that I picked up on in the 5 wind, they showed up again in my full throws. So the key is to keep doing those, practice over practice over practice, and try to catch those things and fix them in the full throw when I'm trying to really put it to speed. But it was a good session, nothing really hurts, back's a little sore, pec's a little irritated by throwing hammers, but that's kind of normal when you're stiff and old. I'm gonna go check out Nick's soft opening. So I'm hurting in new and interesting ways during back squats today. Been messing with bar placement, stance width to try to mitigate some of the lower back pain. And maybe unwisely, maybe wisely, I don't know, I messed with a little bit lower bar placement, a little wider stance, and I feel like that kind of engaged my hips, kept everything tighter a little bit more. But today it's hurt my knees. So for the time being, I'm just gonna switch back to high bar, narrow stance. I did a couple of reps with that, and it's pain-free, and that's kind of the #1 criteria for me right now. Criterion, singular. It's been a pretty fun environment in here today. This is the soft opening for Bear Performance Gym, and they just kind of open it up for anybody that's police, fire, works locally in the area to come in, check it out, get a workout in, just look around. I've had a few people come in, get to see the place, watch me do some ugly squats, but I'm looking forward to it because this kind of gym is what this town needs. It needs a real authentic place, not just CrossFit boxes, which are great, but not the Globo gyms, doesn't need another Goals, doesn't need another Planet Fitness. It needs a place for real strength, real results like this. People that are really focused on that and have the right machinery, the right environment in place to do it. Very excited about that. You're gonna get everybody in this place. You're gonna get bodybuilders, you're gonna get athletes, you're gonna get athletes, and then you're gonna get 9-to-5ers, people that are just trying to gain a little bit of muscle, lose a little bit of weight, just be a little bit better every day. And that's my kind of crowd. Time to hit the road. I gotta buy paint for a shelf. All right, got the wood putty and the paint. Super exciting stuff. But this is one of the things I actually like about keeping the vlog is that it keeps me accountable for lots of things. Primarily training, because I don't know, when you feel like there are people that are watching and following and kind of invested in your story, you don't want to let them down. But you know, and other things like building a clubhouse locker, building a shelf for the closet, painting it, like, I don't know, like I would normally let stuff like that slide a lot longer, to be perfectly honest. Not always husband of the year in that regard, but it's kind of cool knowing that that's now part of the story, is that you guys, I don't know if you particularly want to see the completion of that, but I want to show you the completion of that. So it's a nice upside to vlogging and walking around with a camera in your face all the time. Yes, I am trying to eat a lot of food right now. I am trying to gain some weight. Might as well go ahead and talk about it. I've had a couple people ask about it, what my plans are in terms of the off season and stuff like that. I am planning to put on weight right now. I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to get bigger. I'm also trying not to be a total butthole about the way that I eat. So, you know, Qdoba, Chipotle, you know, those kind of places. If you're gonna do fast food, it's one of the better options you have. You can still get a decent amount of calories by just piling cheese on it. But the reason I'm putting on weight is I don't have as specific a plan for how much I'm gonna weigh as people might guess, even though I throw in a weight class division. No matter what class I throw in, whether it's been the A's, whether it's been the lightweights, anything, I'm usually the least muscular guy. I don't have as much muscle mass as the guys I'm competing against, so I have to find other ways to make up for that stuff. And look, there's a lot of different ways to get strong. There's a lot of different factors. Well, really only a few. But one of the most important ones is cross-sectional muscle diameter, cross-sectional muscle size. So the more of that I can put on, the more that I can feed myself into growing, the better. So whatever class I decide to throw in, you know, that's more lean mass that's pushing the weight, and that's good because fat doesn't do work. Fat and bone and everything else can counter a weight when you're throwing, and that is valuable. Don't get it twisted, that is valuable. But you can't beat lean mass because lean mass can work as a counterweight and it can also push on things. It can also create force. So in this off season, why not try to create as much of that as I can? I'm really digging those. That's going to be a good way to organize all of our stuff. When you have 3 kids, 2 adults, you end up with a lot of stuff. And the more vertical space you can create to put that stuff in, the better. We're going to put things like little name tags on it. So it's like their locker. You know, we're super adorable around here. New directions.